Hello and welcome to Bedspreads and Pocketbooks. My name is Alfreda Ellington. I am your host for tonight. I will be dumping my pocketbook into your bedspread. I want to shake things out. My pocketbook is my brain. That's where I take my information and share it with you. So I'm going to dump it on the bedspread. I'm going to spread it all out, and you can be like, girl, we don't need to talk about that no more. Or don't bring it up no more. We ain't doing that no more. Girl, keep that. Save that. That's a good idea. Comment below if you like something. If you don't like something, share it with me. We're going to cover an array of topics. Things that are trending, things that are not trending, things that are, not so popular to talk about, but we're going to talk about them and we're going to have fun. We're going to laugh because I love to laugh and I want you guys to laugh as well. So just sit back, enjoy the show. We are going to get started. The first topic of conversation is what y'all doing. What are y'all doing? This is the week of Thanksgiving, y'all. The week of 2023. We're rounding out the end of the year. I want to make sure that I am making the most out of the year. This last bit, I want to make sure I seize the moment if I can. Do the things that I am called to do, and make sure that they are the best. Not walking around sad about situations that I can't change or things that I want things to be better. I can't do anything about them, so I want to make things better. So this is the end of the year, guys, and we want to make the best. We want to end it on a good note. We want to make the best out of it. All right. So our first topic on what y'all doing is, like I said, is Thanksgiving week, and what I want to talk about is I'm prepping for Thanksgiving. I am prepping for Thanksgiving. I have my family coming over, so I will be hosting. And so I have been to the grocery store. I'm doing what I need to do to prep for Thanksgiving. Normally I have a large group at my house. This year is going to be a little bit smaller. My mom, and a friend of hers and a couple other people, but I'm just excited for Thanksgiving to come. I'm excited for the break. Excited for the break. I'm off from work for a few days. I want to lounge around in my PJs. I want to watch Christmas movies. I am a fan of just the holiday season in general. Christmas and Thanksgiving holiday starting to me this week. Christmas and Thanksgiving all run together for me starting this week all the way up until December the 25th. Christmas Day is nice. I enjoy Christmas Day and I'm thankful for it, but I am thankful for the hustle and bustle. I am thankful that a lot of people are a little bit nicer during this time, during this holiday season. People are just a hair bit kinder. And it's also just the birth of our Savior. That is exciting to me. That means a lot to me. I share that, that with you guys a lot, but that means more than anything to me. That means so much. This is the birth of our Savior. That's the reason why we celebrate. That is exciting for me. It brings joy to my heart and to my spirit. So I love these days. These holy days that are coming up, I love them. And so I get excited about them. And it's joy, and people, I feel like, try a little bit harder just to be just a little bit better, because I'm a big fan of people, and I can tell the difference if they're having a good day or a bad day, as most of everybody can, but I thoroughly enjoy people, and I just feel like it's just a little bit more pep in people's step. I was out at the grocery store and people just saying Happy Thanksgiving, thank you, and and just being kind and cordial, and I appreciate that. So that's what you're doing for this week. So I'm excited about the holiday coming, and I'm grateful for the break, the rest, the sleeping in. Might do a little online shopping, not too much, but I'm just excited about that. So I'm grateful about the break. I want to give you guys an update. The next thing on what y'all are doing is on Mr. Dexter Wade. We talked about him last week. I didn't have very much information about this case. I said that Bedspreads and Pocketbooks would do our digging and our due diligence to come back with more information. And this is what I have. This is according to Mr. Ben Crump, who is the lawyer for this family. Mr. Crump is a civil attorney, and he has helped a lot of families out. A lot of people say he loses a lot of cases, but he doesn't lose them because the cases that he takes on are civil. So therefore, he helps get restitution a lot of times. And if I'm even using the right word, he helps get a payout for the family. One of the larger cases that here happened in Louisville, Kentucky, is with our Breonna Taylor, and he was able to help that family win against the city of Louisville a nice sum of money. To be able now, money does not replace their loved one at all. It does not, but it does help with burial costs and the unexpected costs that do come about when there is a death of a loved one by in cases where they could have handled things differently. So therefore, Mr. Crump comes in and makes sure these families are taken care of. And I appreciate Mr. Crump. He brings a lot of things that were in the dark to the light. So I appreciate him. So in this case in Jacksonville, Mississippi, Mr. Dexter Wade had left his mother's home, and he was going home, and he was allegedly was hit by a off-duty police officer, and he was ran over. So they, in turn, buried Mr. Wade, and they buried him in a penal system grave. And penal system is the jail graveyard that they have set aside in Mississippi. They don't have a lot of, I don't think in Louisville that we actually have a penal system graveyard, but they have one in Mississippi. In this graveyard, he was number 672. Number 672. And turns out, because the family wanted to exhume his body, that was the request. Now, let's go back, guys. I'm going to go back. Mr. Dexter Wade was hit by the police officer, by the off-duty police officer, and then in turn taken to the coroner's office. His mother, 9 days later, had this happened. He left his mom's house in March, sometime in March. 9 days later, she files a police missing persons report because she could not find her son. They said they had not had anybody come in that was that they were aware of that was missing or anything of that nature, and so they would keep an eye out. So August 24th, 6 months later, they said that they had her son's body, and he was buried in the penal system graveyard. So 6 months later, they found out that they supposedly had his body the whole time, and he had been hit by the car in March. So the plan was she had scheduled a meeting where she could meet up with the coroner, the sheriff's office, and the funeral home. These three people need to be in place for a body to be exhumed, pulled up from the ground. She had scheduled that meeting for 11:30 on a day where they could all come out and they could exhume the body and take him to a funeral home so he could be properly buried and the family could say their proper goodbyes. She had found out her son had passed away, so she wanted to take care of that business. In turn, when they went to go exhume the body, someone showed up a little bit early asking about the body. They said the body was not there. So once the mother gets there and they start searching around, we can't find the body. And then all of a sudden they could find the body. The body was on the back of a pickup truck in a body bag. So the mother was not able to see the body being exhumed from the ground, along with the coroner's office, the sheriff, and the funeral home, as the law requires to take place. They had already dug up his body from the ground, put him in a body bag, and threw him in the back of a truck. So that family came and got the body. The funeral home took the body, and they did an independent autopsy on this body. Now, guys, hold on to your seat for what they said had taken place of this body. This body was ran over. He had multiple head injuries, multiple places where his head had been damaged. He had been hit, multiple head injuries. He had a head injury, but he had multiple, they said. Multiple head injuries. They said that his leg had been amputated. Amputated, guys. They had amputated his leg. And they said that his body had not been properly embalmed. Had not. So his body had, from March until August, a little bit prior to August, because this is November. This is when they exhumed the body. So the body in November, the body was severely decomposed, they said. So I don't know if they'll be able to have an open casket for this for Mr. Wade, because his body had already been decomposing because it had not been properly embalmed. And he was not in a casket, they said, that his body had been thrown into the grave. No casket, no embalming, leg amputated, multiple contusions to the head, body had been ran over. I believe allegedly that there's something else going on. I don't know. I'm using allegedly loosely, guys, because I don't know if these things are, will all come out to be true. But according to the independent autopsy report, this is what's happened. This is what their findings are. And the gentleman who is over the penal system graveyard said that all these things were a mistake. They had dug up the body. There was just a miscommunication about the time. The guy keeps making excuses on what has happened. The mayor made the excuse that said that there's just miscommunication. They could not get a hold of his mother because to ask about burying his body or to find out where he was. So they went ahead and buried him. But come to find out, in his front pocket, there was his wallet, insurance card, social security number, driver's license, said where he lived. Had his work ID on him, knew where he worked. They could have gotten a hold of his family, but they chose not to. Folks, we will be watching this case. Something else is going on, and hopefully Mr. Crump can get to the bottom of it. And we're just gonna pray for his mother, pray for his family, because this is a tragic event that will not allow them to properly mourn their son because of these horrible actions that had taken place. So I just wanted to update you guys and let you know what I've learned from Mr. Ben Crump's his TikTok page. Actually, it's very informative, and I've also looked at NBC. And I've looked at a couple of local news stations who gave the same updates that I'm sharing with you guys. So that is the next item. The next item that's coming up is the Sean Combs and Cassie. Wow. The Cassie was hopefully going to go to trial. Cassie case. Cassie had went to file a subpoena for Sean P. Diddy Combs and regarding the relationship that they had prior to, and some of the things that she accused him of allegedly was that there was sexual abuse, there was drug trafficking, sex trafficking, drugs, and there was a lot of things going on where she was being abused, and she wanted these things to come out into the forefront. There was a lot of things that were released that was in this affidavit that had been filed against him. And when all the information came out, the next day, within 24 hours, they decided to settle out of court. She was going to press charges and do a full court case. People were coming in that little short period of time, coming out of the woodwork saying they knew that this had taken place. He's been doing this for years, blah, blah, blah. There were so many accusations that were coming out of the woodwork. But Cassie chose to settle, and so therefore they will not be going to trial. We do not know what that settlement is. It currently is not to the public, but I just wanted to let you know that this had taken place. Cassie had been a girlfriend of his she'd known him since she was about 17. They had gotten together when she was about 18 or 19 years of age, and she had been his girlfriend for quite some time. So it was a lot of things going on within that relationship. So I just pray that she finds the peace that she needs to be able to move forward. Hopefully this settlement can bring some rest and peace to her that she needs, and that Sean Combs gets the help that he needs. Let's just put it that way, that he gets the help that he needs. Next item that comes up for me is Snoop has decided to stop smoking. Snoop has decided to stop smoking, according to Instagram. On his Instagram page, he made a post saying, "Please respect my privacy. I have stopped smoking, and I need you guys to respect my privacy And over a week's time, he posted a series of photos, black and whites, with music playing in the background, old school music playing in the background, of where he is saying that proclaiming that he had stopped smoking, that he was trying his best to stop smoking. And I believe it was today, there was a video that came out. Now, and the funny thing about this is that people were considering themselves to stop smoking all because of him. They said, if he can do it, surely we can do it. Surely we can. I mean, people were talking about it on the radio, just everything. It was plastered all over the place that he was going to stop smoking. And people were saying, I'm going to give up smoking. I don't think I'm going to do it anymore. No, ma'am. It was for a smokeless fire pit. He was doing an advertisement for a smokeless fire pit and then laughed at the end of his commercial. He is a riot. I enjoy Snoop. I like his old school flavor. I like him. I like the way he dances. I like that he's long and lanky, that he dances. He pops those fingers. He dances and loves on his wife. I just enjoy it. I appreciate him. I appreciate that he wears a scarf on his head to protect his hair. I just appreciate all of it. I just love the mess of it. I just love the mess of it. But Snoop claimed he had stopped smoking, and honey, had the world shook for a minute. Had the world shook for a minute, for sure. Oh my goodness, I laugh about the whole thing. I think it's hilarious. I do. I thought it was good, all in fun. And then people, when they saw the commercial, it was like, really, Snoop, really? I just think it's hilarious. I love it. All right, the next item up on our agenda is not to get in your business, but we talked about this week is Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving holiday week. So I want to know, you guys, do you host? Are you a host? Do you make sides? Are you a one that is just volunteered just to bring the paper plates and the ice and the drinks? Or do you host and then do a spread? Do you just cook for you and your family? Or do you invite your immediate family to come over? Just not just your immediate family, all of your family. Do you have Friendsgiving? Do you do those types of things? I would love to have a Friendsgiving. I'm going to put that out there. So any of my friends watching, if y'all want to do a Friendsgiving, let's do it. I'm ready to plan. I'm ready to do. Anybody watching that wants to do that, I think you should. I think you should get your friends together, because those friends are chosen. You choose them. It's like you can't choose your family, but you can definitely choose your friends. And I have some amazing friends. I thank God for that. I have amazing friends, and I would absolutely love to do a Friendsgiving. So maybe next year I'll think about that, throwing my hat in the ring to host a Friendsgiving. I don't really want to do that though, because I mainly host. I host, and I have my husband has a large family, and I don't have a very big family. I have, at the max, if we all come together, it's about a good 9 or 10 of us. I'm not gonna lie to you. But my husband has a very large family, so when we host, it's a lot of us, and it's a good time, because it's family. It's always good. It's always good talking, good laughs, good time catching up and all of that. And we try to, a lot of times we'll host Thanksgiving and Christmas. This year, we're not having everybody over. My brother-in-law is hosting my husband's family this year, and I believe we're hosting Christmas. So, but I do a lot of cooking. I make a turkey. I make macaroni and cheese. I make the sweet potatoes, the green beans, and things of that nature. My mom does dressing and greens. That's her specialty. I told y'all in the beginning, I don't know how to make greens that well. I had a girlfriend show me last year during Christmas, or the year before that, I can't remember, to make some greens and things of that nature. But I'm not a real big fan of that. Now, I said I can cook, but I'm not going to be walking around here, y'all better come and try this. Y'all better come and get you some of the best food you ever tasted. That ain't me. That ain't me. But what I can do is give you something palatable, fill your belly up. I'm gonna give you a good garnish. I'm gonna give you some tomatoes and onions and all that stuff to lay on top of your greens and all that. And I'm gonna give you some macaroni and some sweet potatoes. I'm gonna give you the fixings. But I'm gonna set you up a nice place to come and eat. But now I'm not gonna proclaim to be, top chef. Can't do it. I can't give myself that title. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. But I do cook for my family, and I try to make a couple of desserts and all those things. So I am a hostess. I like to host. And I like having people over. I do. It's just that preparation time, getting the house cleaned up, getting everything ready for people to come over. So do you guys host? Are you that one that has to bring the paper plates and the napkins and all that? Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. That one day would be nice to be like, oh, I just need to show up with paper products. Baby, watch I bring them the day before. If you invite me to your dinner, I will bring them the day before. So if I'm running behind, you ain't even got to wait on me. I'm gonna respect you enough because I have waited on paper plates and napkins and plates and cups for years on end. Baby, I'm gonna bring them the night before. You ain't even got to worry about me. You just know that Frida's gonna show up and she's already dropped her things off. You ain't got to worry about it. Paper products are sitting in y'all's corner waiting for you to set them out for the next day. You don't even have to worry about it. I will bring the ice to you the night before. I will. So invite me. I'll be the best guest that you ever had, because I know what it's like to be the host waiting and saying, you call them and tell them, come on, bring them plates and things. We're ready to eat. Oh, so I will be there the day before. You ain't got to worry about it. So you invite me, I will be the best guest you would possibly ever dream of. Don't you worry about it. So that is my not to get in your business, but the next item on our agenda is wifey thoughts. Wifey thoughts. And just in this season of Thanksgiving and just being thankful, I thought about my spouse. I thought about my husband, who I love dearly. I've been married to him for 21 years, been with him for 27 years. And what I think about is those times, and I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. My husband still gives me butterflies. And I don't know how many people can say that after these years. Sometimes when I see him walk in the room, he makes my belly tickle. And then some things he says to me makes my belly tickle. And I'll tell him and sometimes when I'm mad at him and I'll see him and he makes my belly tickle, I'm like, Lord, this is something that, this don't make sense, because honey, I can eat his face off right now. Never mind. I can eat his face off right now. I'm so mad at him. But I love him. I do. And so the thing that I think about, not just because I love him, because all the time it's not even about love. It's about the covenant that we have between one another, that we've made that vow between us and God, that we've decided to do life together, that he hasn't gave up on me yet and I haven't given up on him yet. And every day we choose to show up for one another. That to me is a blessing. So in turn, I like to, do little things for him. I like to send him those text messages. What you doing? If God brings him to mind, I like to write a text message, I love you, or send those little smoochy faces, that smiley face with the hearts around it, or that little kissy mouth, or those little cute little lips. I like to send those sometimes, just to let them know, I'm thinking about you, babe. I'm thinking about you. So, or do you guys send little notes every now and then? Or if you pack, I don't know if you pack his lunch, or if you stick it in his rearview mirror. Sometimes I put a note and they're just saying, I think about you, hope you have a good day. Or, if you are packing his lunch, you put on there, just a little sweet treat in there just for you. When you think about something sweet, think about me and this little cupcake too, or whatever. Whatever it is. Do you think about sending those little special notes? Husbands, do you think about sending those special notes for your wife to think about? You think about bringing her that candy bar at home, like I said the last time? Just making those little extra thoughts. Just say, I was thinking about you. I'm thankful that you're my wife or my spouse during this Thanksgiving season, during this holiday season. If we could just start there, we have so many, you can start at any time. It doesn't, if you haven't been doing it and now you're like, I wouldn't mind doing that, but it's probably too late. It's too late. We've been together too long. We owe 21 years. We can still keep it fresh and popping, folks. Fresh and popping. If we want to send those notes. Can't wait to see you tonight. Now, don't make no promises to him, because, honey, life can life, and then you mess around and tell me, I'm tired. I don't feel like being bothered with you today or tonight. But just say, I'm thinking about you. You were on my mind. And also, I want to challenge you, when they come to your mind, say a prayer for your spouse. Pray for their day. Pray for the people that they're encountering, that they don't, suck the life out of them, or that they, that somebody's not, because they go out there and face the same things that you are facing on a daily basis. Somebody cutting them off in traffic, or somebody, wanting to do harm to them, the worst of the worst, that thing, or just somebody just not being kind. They're not being kind to your spouse, and you just cover them in prayer. So this is the challenge for the rest of the month of November. When your spouse comes to mind, I say when my husband comes to my mind, I'm going to start saying a prayer. Lord, just cover him. It doesn't have to be long. Cover his mind, cover his heart, cover his thoughts, cover his actions. Protect him as he drives. Protect him while he's at work, dealing with challenging events or circumstances. Just pray for a covering over him, just to let him know that you're praying for him. Or just send that text message after you pray. Please know that I'm praying for you today. I want the best for you. Those things. When they come to mind, to know that you're thinking about them, you're praying for them. Now, are they going to act right when you get home? I don't know. Because like I said, life be lifing. But while during that moment, I've thought about you. I want to be able to pray for you. I want to keep you lifted. To know that your spouse is covered and saturated in prayer, male or female. Please take the time to pray for your spouse, to think about your spouse, and keep it a little spicy. Take that Post-it note. Go buy your little pack of Post-it notes and leave little love notes by the toothbrush or on the mirror. Just thinking about you as you're brushing. I enjoy those nice teeth you got. I enjoy the tooth you got. Whatever it is. Or put it on the denture case. I enjoy when you put these shiny things in and I see that beautiful smile. Whatever it is. Take that time out to do that. All right, folks? Last but not least, my favorite, Frida Sunshine. Frida Sunshine. And I talked about a thankful heart, having a thankful heart. Let's take the time to have a thankful heart. So if you have a prayer life, I'm going to encourage you to do a prayer of thanksgiving. What is a prayer of thanksgiving, Frida? A prayer of thanksgiving is basically telling God thank you for all his many blessings. The blessings that he's encountered. No, it may not be financial. It may not be me having the best of the best and all those things. But thanking him for the things that you already have. And also taking the time out. This is one of my favorites, and I've said it here before. Thanking him for the things that you are now living in answered prayers currently. Whether it's for a car, a home, the health of your children. Just being able to wake up and being in your right mind. Just telling the Lord thank you. Every prayer doesn't have to be a prayer of God help me, Lord help, or heal this person, or do this. Just a prayer of thanksgiving. I'm thankful to know you. I'm thankful that you call me friend. God calls us friend, y'all. That's enough to be thankful for. He considers us his friend. And therefore he wants a relationship with us. He likes to hear thank you. He loves to hear thank you. He wants us to know that we have a grateful heart for the things that he's done for us. We can't do this life without him. And if you listen to this podcast, I can't do it without him. So I refuse to leave him out of it. So I want you guys to have that grateful heart during this Thanksgiving season, and do a Thanksgiving prayer. Have a thankful heart. Have a heart that is thankful. Have a heart that is thankful for those family members that may not be who you want them to be, but they are your family nonetheless. And you have the ability to share and do life with them. So happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thank you so much for being in my world that I can share with you, laugh with you, be encouraged by you. I can't see you guys' faces, but I know that you're there. And I'm so thankful to do life with you in this manner, to talk and to laugh and to have a good time. So I'm so thankful for you guys, and happy Thanksgiving. Have a beautiful rest of the week. Enjoy the time with your family, friends, and loved ones. And I hope that you just enjoy your week. Talk to you soon. Bye.